Welcome back to the Mid-Year Mitch YouTube channel. Today's episode, we're back on the 67 Camaro. I'm starting to remove the damaged panels, and I just keep removing panels. So hopefully there's something left when we're done. So be sure to stick around. I'm getting back on the 67 Camaro. One of the last things that I did was I started replacing this windshield gutter in the front because it was rotting out, and I started replacing the rear part of the gutter because that was also rusty. I left this corner out because we were going to put a new quarter panel on this side, but then under further investigations, my dad got a contour gauge to check the roof because there's a really big low spot pretty much in this whole area here. Unfortunately, all the work I did over here, well, it was good practice because we have a brand new roof skin tucked over there behind all the vets, and well, we're gonna replace the whole roof skin. So unfortunately, all the stuff that I did, well, it has to be removed, which is gonna be fun to find where all my welds are. So I got the roof skin off the car. It came off pretty nice. I had to adjust the air pressure on my plasma cutter because I was running a little too low, but it came off nice, didn't damage the metal underneath, which is good. For the most part, it just has some surface rust on it, and now we can get the rest of that nasty insulation out of the roof. This is the worst of the rust over here. Looks like it's just a little flaky. Once we get the rest of the roof skin off, we'll be able to see what it really looks like and see. Probably have to do some kind of a patch in here, but overall it looks pretty good. I can see the spot welds. Over here are all the areas that I plug welded, so that'll be the next thing, to drill all of those out or grind all of them out, remove all this little bits of metal. So I have the roof skin and the quarter panel off, and overall everything looks pretty good. There's not a lot of big rust damage. There's just surface rust everywhere that needs to be cleaned up. I still have all the little pieces of metal to remove, all the flanges that are spot welded in place. I mentioned this before, but the whole corner of this car was replaced from another car. This was from the crash damage, and this was from another car. So from here down, this wheelhouse, inner, and I believe outer part of the structure in the quarter were all from another car, and then this is the original door jamb that they patched into, so I need to remove this piece as well. but this is the area I was concerned about. This, you know, this is a structural point of the car. Unibody cars need all of this triangulation to be strong, and this isn't going to cut it. So it gets a little worse over here. At least there's more of a bead here, but the way they just hammered this stuff, I mean, you're never going to see any of this, and I'm just concerned like there's tears in it and big kinks, and it's like this isn't really all that strong. So I think I have a mess going on here, guys. I started off with the roof skin and the quarter, and then this structure that goes on the roof, and now the rocker. So we're down quite a few panels. I was able to track down a new piece for this area. So we're gonna get rid of the splice that was in the door here. We're gonna get rid of the splice that was in the rocker. This was the first indication that we were in trouble. And I'm gonna get all this stuff out of here. We're gonna put a new rocker in, new reinforcement here, get all that stuff lined up, do the rest repair on the driver's side. But as you can see, I still have some little pieces to remove here. I'll work on those off camera because that's just tedious. And then I'll get this wheel well to fit a little better in here. And then by that time, we'll be ready to start fitting up the rocker, getting that thing level, start fitting the quarter, get that new reinforcement in here, get the roof skin on here, test fit everything before we weld, and then we'll start welding the rocker. This reinforcement panel will get all this metal prepped before and painted before we even put the roof skin on, so that way we won't have any rust issues. I still need to remove this piece, a little bit of this. So there's a lot of pieces that need to be removed, cleaned up. Need to do some hammering and dollying, a couple little weld repairs here and there, and then I have a lot of the rocker to remove still. That's all like super tedious work that I'll do off camera, but I just want to show you guys the bulk of what we're up against. And if you're looking at this and you're terrified thinking this car is ruined, what have you done? I removed all of the really bad stuff. From here on out, it's just gonna be like a brand new car. We're gonna replace it just like the factory installed the panels. And if you watch the TV show Graveyard Cars, they take cars down to this level and even further. So am I a little concerned? I was, but I'm not anymore. I think we have a good plan of attack. We're gonna get this thing skinned with new sheet metal. It'll be brand new. And instead of just trying to repair these questionable areas and dealing with the kinks and having the car have a weaker structure, we're gonna replace everything the proper way. It'll be nice and strong. We're not gonna have any issues. And I can confidently say that this car will be right and strong. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of work to do on this car. As you can plainly see, I have some new panels coming. The new panel for the understructure is coming from Texas. Luckily, I was able to find that after I already cut this one off, but we'll get this thing, all the remaining pieces removed, start to get that stuff fit up, get the rocker on, get that reinforcement on, get the quarter on, get the roof on, and this thing will look like a brand new Camaro. You won't even be able to tell that I was here. So I got a lot of work to do, and I'll catch you guys later.